Ancient Egypt, the divine intersection of medicine and religion. In the world of ancient Egypt, medicine was more than a mere collection of remedies and practices. It was a sacred art, a divine gift bestowed upon humanity by the gods themselves. This civilization, one of the most advanced and enigmatic of its time, did not draw a line between the physical and the spiritual. For the Egyptians, health was a matter of cosmic importance, a delicate balance orchestrated by the deities who ruled both the heavens and the earth. Priest-physicians, the divine healers, imagine stepping into the grand temple of a bustling city along the Nile, where the sun casts long shadows on towering stone pillars adorned with hieroglyphs. In this sacred space, the air is thick with incense, and the chanting of priests echoes off the ancient walls. Here, amidst the flickering torchlight, the healing arts are practiced, not by mere mortals, but by those who are believed to stand between the realm of the divine and the earthly. These are the priest-physicians, the revered healers of ancient Egypt. Their knowledge was considered a gift from the gods, and their practice was as much a spiritual ritual as it was a medical procedure. To be treated by a priest-physician was to be touched by the divine hand of the gods. In their care, the sick were not just treated for their physical ailments, they were purified, their spirits aligned with the cosmic order. These healers served in temples dedicated to gods of healing and wisdom, where they learned the sacred texts and rituals that would guide their hands. The temple was more than a place of worship. It was a center of knowledge, where the mysteries of life and death were studied and understood. Imhotep, the god among men. Among these divine healers, one name stands above all others: Imhotep. Imagine a man who walked the earth nearly 5,000 years ago, whose wisdom was so profound that he was later worshipped as a god. Imhotep was not just a chancellor and architect under Pharaoh Djoser. He was a polymath, a genius whose contributions to medicine were so significant that they transcended his mortal life. In life, Imhotep was a healer, a man whose understanding of the human body and its ailments was unparalleled. He built great monuments, including the Step Pyramid at Saqqara, but his greatest legacy was his contribution to the medical arts. After his death, his legend only grew. He became deified, worshipped as a god of medicine and healing. People from all over Egypt would come to temples dedicated to Imhotep, seeking cures for their illnesses, believing that his spirit could heal them. Gods and the healing arts. The divine pantheon. In the pantheon of Egyptian gods, many were intimately connected to the practice of medicine. Thoth, the ibis-headed god of wisdom and knowledge, was revered as the author of sacred texts, including those that contained the secrets of medicine. His knowledge was considered essential for the practice of healing, and his name was invoked in rituals and spells designed to cure the sick. Sekhmet, the lion-headed goddess of war, was another powerful figure in Egyptian medicine. She was both feared and revered, for she had the power to unleash plagues upon the land or to cure them. Her priests were among the most skilled healers in Egypt, performing complex rituals to appease her and bring health to those who suffered. Isis, the mother goddess, was perhaps the most beloved of all. She was the epitome of compassion, a deity who could heal the sick, protect the vulnerable, and even raise the dead. Her worshippers believed that her magic was the most powerful of all, capable of bringing comfort and healing to those in need. The Ebers. Papyrus. Ancient knowledge in sacred texts. In the heart of ancient Egyptian medicine lies the Ebers Papyrus, a text that has survived the millennia to give us a glimpse into the sophisticated world of ancient healing. Imagine a scroll nearly 110 pages long, filled with hundreds of remedies, treatments, and incantations. This document is one of the oldest medical texts known to humanity, a treasure trove of ancient knowledge. The Ebers Papyrus is not just a list of prescriptions, it is a window into the soul of ancient Egyptian medicine. Within its pages, practical treatments for ailments are interwoven with magical spells and invocations to the gods. It reveals a world where the physical and the spiritual were inextricably linked, where a healer might prescribe both a herbal remedy and a protective amulet to ensure the patient's recovery. Magic, amulets, and the power of words. In ancient Egypt, words held immense power. The right incantation, spoken at the right time, could heal wounds, cure diseases, or ward off evil spirits. Magic was not a separate practice from medicine, it was an essential part of it. To treat an illness without invoking the gods or using a spell was unthinkable. Amulets were also a crucial part of Egyptian medicine. These small, often intricately carved objects were believed to hold protective powers. A scarab beetle amulet might be worn to protect the heart, while an amulet depicting the Eye of Horus could safeguard against evil forces. These objects were not mere superstitions, they were considered as important to a patient's recovery as any physical treatment. Mummification, the ultimate medical practice. Even in death, the ancient Egyptians practiced a form of medicine. The process of mummification, which we often think of as a purely religious ritual, was also a complex medical procedure. The knowledge gained from centuries of mummification practices contributed to the Egyptians' understanding of the human body. Picture a team of embalmers, their hands skilled and sure, carefully removing the organs from a deceased body. These organs were preserved, each placed in its own special container, while the body itself was treated with oils and resins to ensure it would last for eternity. This process was not just about preserving the body for the afterlife, it was also about maintaining the balance of Ma'at, the divine order that governed all things. Ma'at, the cosmic balance of health central to Egyptian belief, was the concept of Ma'at, truth, balance, and order. Ma'at was the force that held the universe together, and it was essential to maintain this balance in all aspects of life, including health. Illness was seen as a disruption of Ma'at, a sign that something had gone wrong in the cosmic order. To restore health, therefore, was to restore balance. Egyptian healers did not just treat the body, they sought to realign the patient's spirit with Ma'at. This might involve prayers, rituals, and offerings to the gods, as well as more practical treatments. The ultimate goal was not just to cure the patient, but to restore harmony to their entire being. Conclusion: the sacred art of healing. In ancient Egypt, medicine was far more than a science. It was a sacred art, a divine practice that connected the healer, the patient, and the gods. To be a healer was to be a priest, a magician, and a scientist all at once. It was to understand that health was a matter of cosmic importance, a delicate balance that required the intervention of the divine. As we look back on the ancient Egyptians, we see a people who understood the profound connection between the body, the spirit, and the universe. Their medicine was a reflection of their beliefs, their culture, and their reverence for the gods who watched over them. It was a practice that sought not just to heal, but to restore balance to the world, a balance that, in their eyes, was the key to all life.